This week on the Biweekly Breakdown, we have a guest host who's going to quiz us on some stuff or something. We don't actually know. It's a mystery.
So we were planning out this episode, and JB, you said, I want to be on the episode and I want to quiz you. I didn't know what that meant, but Dibble said we
No,
had
no,
to do
no.
that.
There's no quizzing.
This is
It's not a
what. This
quiz.
is what. Can I roll the tape?
I have no
Leak the
absolute
DMs.
idea. I think he's just asking us about trophies and stuff. And
Oh,
he's,
okay.
Yeah.
he's going to be like
It's some fireside chat.
fireside chat.
So this is
Because the
JB. For
previous-
those who don't know him, he's handsome.
If you didn't watch our goatees, how dare you? That's JB.
I pop up like once a year.
We met playing Dance
Like-
Central.
To
Like
play
you
Farming
do.
Simulator. Yeah.
We did.
His interests are long walks on the beach, Farming Simulator, and golf games.
Contestant
What is it?
A. What is your favorite farming simulator?
Probably the newest one, because unlike the Madden games, they actually add stuff that's helpful instead of just adding loot boxes.
It's tasty.
It's new and tasty?
What's your favorite word in Farming Simulator?
Your favorite word?
Slurry. In Farming Simulator, you have to take care of all aspects. You have to feed the animals and take care of the other end of the animals. And when you take care of pigs, you have to dispose of what they call pig slurry, which is just like liquid pig shit. It's real gross,
What?
dude. You have to pick it up in
So
a pig
what-
slurry poop truck.
Never mind. We're taking Biweekly Breakdown. We're putting it in a box, okay? It's in this box. I'm handing the box to you, JB. You have complete control. What are we doing?
We're gonna have a fireside chat. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
Some
Big
hot
questions.
from your community.
I feel like I need a nice beverage with this.
Dude, one of the
How do
questions.
you have that at the ready? Are you kidding me?
All right, what's the first question, JB?
We're
Talk
gonna
about these.
ask some questions about just trophies in general, past, present, future,
Okay.
and get to know.
We
you
just don't know
two-
the questions ahead of time.
You two supreme trophy hunters.
You know what I find interesting is every time we have someone on this show, we talk about us a lot. I don't know what that says about us. Probably
I
that
love
we're
talking about
selfish.
me.
Yeah.
No, keep asking more stuff about me.
There
It's
is
great.
nothing I like more than myself.
It's true.
Yeah, but you also hate yourself, Peter.
Okay, we're not
All right,
getting
so-
into that.
Do you want,
Okay.
Peter? You want to go first? Or Dibble, you
Sure,
wanna
I'll go
first?
first.
Yeah, Peter.
Lay it on me.
All right, so this is all about trophy hunting
Okay.
So,
I know
what-
trophy hunting
or achievement hunting because I know you both started out with the
Oh.
Xbox 360.
back in the day.
So I wanted to start out with something that could incorporate those kind of days. What is the game or the moment in gaming that kind of that triggered the trophy or achievement hunting itch?
That triggered the trophy or achievement hunting itch.
Was it like an achievement or in general? Was it a game?
Sure,
I can tell you already. I know what it is.
I'll hook you up. You can tell him what mine is?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you can't. I bet you can't. So
Ogre Battle 64, a man of lordly caliber. It's
Okay.
somehow going to be that.
Ogre Battle 64, a person of lordly caliber, has no achievements.
Fucking whatever.
Obviously. No. Back in the day, I did not have a 360 when it first came out, and I borrowed my friend's 360 because we were pretty cool with each other. We let each other borrow our consoles sometimes.
Left 4 Dead.
And he lent me Oblivion, and I had made an account.
Oh.
And I think Elder Scrolls Oblivion was the first one that I was like, I'm gonna get all the achievements in this, which isn't that hard in Oblivion. It's like do all the main quest lines.
Yeah,
But-
like all the side guilds and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I was into it like from the jump because like I mean we were 100%ing things anyway, even before achievements and trophies. So like it wasn't that far to be like, oh, now I get this shiny digital thing to show off to people.
Do you want a super fun fact?
What's a super fun fact?
It's also Intern Matt's first game to get achievements in.
Hot damn! I knew I liked that guy. Maybe we
it's
should
also
start
mine.
paying him.
It's everybody's but mine. Okay. I see how it is.
But mine wasn't the game that triggered the itch for me. For me, it was WoW, where they incorporated achievements in WoW.
But didn't they add achievements really late in WoW? Wasn't that in like Lich King days?
No, it was. I think it was the patch in Burning Crusade that prepared for Lich King.
Oh, okay.
Welcome
think
to the
so.
fucking talking about
But
WoW
I didn't
podcast.
get a 360 until 2010. So there's probably a couple years of WoW achievement hunting that I did before
Sure.
getting a 360.
So this is a two-parter. So the first part is the game that triggered the collection, like the 100% completionist itch, was I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I'd played a bunch of other stuff, like Mario 64 didn't really do it. Gex did it to a bit, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was like 100% the game with like 16 characters, get all gold medals and get the gaps on every level. That's an accomplishment. And I was
Wow.
like, yeah. So that's where I would say that's where that came from. That I swear to God, if that game had achievements, I would have gotten them all like without actually having to try. But
I mean,
then
they do now.
they do now, yeah. Oh, there's also retro achievements. I forget what the website's called. But
Oh yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
essentially that website's great. Essentially, it puts forth like achievements for classic retro games. Either you can build them into an emulator, or you have to like self-report. And it's like again, it's not like trophies or achievements where Sony or Microsoft confirms it. This is like a self-reporting like honor system where this you're not competing against anybody but yourself. So there's no reason to lie about that kind of thing. But the first I had so my father's work friend had two sons just like my brother and I, so it was like two and two, and they would go over to their place and we'd hang out and play games, and they did come over to our place. And one of the times they came over to our place, they had just gotten a 360 and they were like, you gotta see this game, it's like super spooky. It was BioShock.
Ooh,
And I remember
that's a
like
good shout.
5 minutes into the game, like the first achievement pops up and I'm like, the fuck was that? And they're like, it's an achievement, you like get them. And I was like, continue. They were like, yeah, you can get all the achievements in a game and you get like 1,000 gamer score. And I was like, gamer score, you say? Compete against friends, you say? And it's all been downhill since there.
Bioshock was like such an important game. That came out in 2007, right? I think
2006, 2007, one of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I just remember Bioshock because both of my parents were pretty adamant that video games were a waste of time, which like they are. You're
Which
right.
they are.
But I remember my dad saw a Bioshock commercial and he was like, "We gotta play this." And my dad didn't play video games, and one day he just came home and he had a copy of Bioshock, and he's like, "All weekend we're gonna play this game and I'm gonna watch." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
Like,
that's
free
such a
game.
dad thing to do, though. I would do that. I love the idea that he went out and bought like an Xbox 360 version, and he like put it in your Apple Macintosh. He's like, "Let's go," and you're like, "Dad, you're a fucking idiot."
Yeah, I did have the 360 by that point.
So now we're gonna move on to we're all PlayStation now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna move to trophy lists in general.
Okay.
Okay.
So Peter, are there any genres that you prefer or to stay away from due to the
What a
trophy
fucking
list?
stupid question.
Due to the trophies.
Yeah.
Oh, due to
So,
the
like certain genres are like known for like certain things. So like your grid games have
fighting
like,
games.
the trophy lists are pretty general. Like there's difficulty ones, there's
Yeah.
not dying ones, and
Sure,
stuff like that.
sure. So I play a lot of strategy games. We notoriously call them grid games, especially if they have a grid for their movement system. Strategy games have awful trophy lists. Like, I'm sorry, I love strategy games, but they are notoriously awful, time consuming, and hard. And they don't have
Yep.
to
Multiple
be.
playthroughs.
They're look at XCOM 2's trophy list. It's so bad. It's so hard. It doesn't have
Is
to
it-
be.
Okay, so is the part of it that's bad the fact that it's like beat the game on Iron Man, beat the game before like June 6th or whatever? It's like all of these like beat the game condition, beat the game without upgrading anything, beat the game with like a four-person.
See, that's what it is, right? Because like I love like how Resident Evil does their trophy list, where it's like here's 5 playthroughs, and they're all like do a speed run, do like no heal, do like no item box. Like I think those are fun, but they're fun because they're like pretty short. Like they're
And
like
Yeah, Resident Evil's like
Fine
2 hours
way.
long. Yeah.
like they're a fun challenge. Like a trophy like that in a strategy game is a commitment. Is like a 3-month commitment of like
Yeah.
don't mess
Yeah.
up. And like
I mean, look
It's
at
hard-
Stellaris.
exactly, Stellaris is like that too, and it's hard to like get into it because I prefer to play on like an Iron Man because I feel like it's more fun when you get punished when you mess up. But like
Right.
if you mess up and then you just botched a trophy that you've been working on for 2 weeks, it's awful. Like, and so like almost trophy lists almost ruin strategy games for me. I'll even go that far.
Wow.
So is there a genre you completely avoid due to trophies?
No,
Yeah, because you clearly don't avoid strategy games.
yeah, not due to trophies. I think even though I don't like strategy game trophy lists typically. I still play them. The genres I don't play aren't because of the trophy lists.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I would agree with Peter, not on the strategy games, like I'd play them or whatever, but like at the point that there's no game I avoid because of the trophy list. The games that I don't play are mostly because I don't like them and their trophy lists are bad. I don't really like strategy grid games. I would want to try one at some point, but as soon as you try it, it's like you're locked into the 6 month commitment. It's just so fucking like it's one of those things where it's like, well, just try it and have fun. And I'm like, but it would be on the list, and I'm never gonna finish it unless I actually find like Invisible Link. I actually probably will get around to finishing because I did enjoy my time with that game. But like, man, I
Peter
don't
was
think
the
I could
guy
do
who
XCOM 2.
I was wrong. Dibble got me Power Rangers, Power for the Grid. And
Fighting
I,
we were
games.
just
I was
talking
really
about that.
excited to play that game. The trophy
Fighting
list
games,
is
dude.
so bad, I might not play it, which is
Fighting
pretty
games?
unusual for me.
Fighting games, I agree. If we were gonna agree on a list, even though I have played a lot of them, fighting game completion lists are just fucking
Yeah.
awful because it's like no. Back in the day when this was kind of starting out, like Modern Warfare and probably World at War and Modern Warfare 2, all had an achievement that was like get max prestige, like 10th prestige level 70, and it was
Yeah.
called like now go outside or something. No game does that anymore. Fighting games never kicked that. They still have the like get max rank, never touch grass again
Win
achievements.
20 ranked matches in
Why?
a row.
Why do they have those still?
Injustice 1. Like, that's all you gotta
Play
say.
Yep,
10
Injustice
million
1.
matches.
Well, Peter. So, what's the stuff for Power Rangers? It's like what?
Oh, I
Play,
don't know it
win
off the top.
1,000
It's
matches.
just a lot of matches.
Yeah, it was a shame because he opened the Christmas gift and he saw that it was Power Rangers, and then like 5 minutes later, he was looking at the list and he's like, "This is awful. This is like Chernobyl bad."
That is one of my favorite bits, though, when we try to get someone a present just to trick them into adding it to their profile.
You guys fucked up this year. You got me 3 really good games.
Bangers.
Hey, I try to look at the trophy list before I get you guys stuff.
That's not true. Super Monkey Ball sucks fat monkey balls. That trophy list is fucking awful. I take it back.
Yeah, but
Dwarves is good. Pod Racing is good. Odd World is good. Monkey Ball's fucking awful.
so this ties into the next question. Have there been any games that you've completely avoided based on the trophy list?
Power
Or like
Rangers.
maybe you're on the
Right.
fence about it and you looked at the trophy list and you're like, no. Pass.
You know what always bugs me about myself is if a game doesn't have a platinum, I'll avoid it, which is stupid. I shouldn't do that. Apex, yeah, give me a platinum for Apex. I have like 1 billion hours in that game.
Yeah,
Kind of
the new
surprised they
League
haven't
is
like made a new
platinum.
version of it.
Yeah,
There's different
Well,
trophy lists for Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Realm Reborn and the OG one.
Well, the PS5 version there aren't trophies for the newer expansions on the PS4 version, even though you can play them on the PS4 version. But there's trophies for them on the PS5 version.
Oh, okay.
What? It's
Tweety
as long as they're
weedy.
not missable. As long as the old ones aren't missable. I mean, a game I wouldn't start due to its trophy list. I mean, if I like want to play an old FPS, I probably wouldn't if it had multiplayer achievements, just because that's such a fucking bummer. Like, you know what I mean? Peter probably wouldn't play a grid game if it had half the trophies were about doing matches with other people that you can't fucking do.
My God,
Am I triggering you right now?
I played Frozen Synapse on the Vita, and Frozen
Please tell us the
Synapse,
story.
and I started Frozen Synapse after the community was long dead. Okay, and you need to win 100 matches. But the way Frozen Synapse works is you can give your move, and then it can be 24 hours before the next person has to input their move. So you could go back and forth, and you can have multiple games going. I found this one guy who was looking for it too. I didn't find him online. I just happened to find him when I signed in one day, and we must have played like 60 matches together, and he must have won 50 of them. I was so mad. And then he stopped playing when he got the trophy.
Oh, you had
Wow.
to win or play 100?
You have to win.
Oh, shit.
You got it, right?
I do have it now, but it took a while.
You tracked him down, you duct taped him to a bed,
So
you fed
didn't
him through a
boost,
straw.
You just tried to matchmake.
Oh yeah, I did not boost that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did it for real. My brother back in high school, he got all of the Brutal Legend multiplayer achievements legitimately. Like beating the cruel AI. He got all the ones of beating people on specific maps with specific factions. He bought the fucking DLC. It's a wild game for my brother to get that into. I mean, it's Tim Schafer. It's holy shit, I can't remember his name. Fucking Tenacious D.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black. It's Jack Black. It's great. It's got a bunch of original music. It has actual Ozzy Osbourne. It's like the king of the Motor Forge. But like that multiplayer mode, a lot of people shat on it because they were like, "Oh, it's StarCraft or whatever, but bad." I was like, "It's kind of fun.
Yeah,
It's cool to
alright.
look at." And he put in the time, and he absolutely got all those achievements legit. So my Xbox 360 profile has all of these achievements in Brutal Legend, and I got like one of them.
That's pretty
He
good.
hates
Team
collectibles.
accounts.
He hates collectibles, so when he would like go off, he would come home from college. He was like, "Please get the collectibles for me. I don't want to fucking get all these." So I would get those. It's a big
Alright.
open world Ubisoft game. It's a bunch of shit you got to get in the overworld.
Next one. What are the types of trophies that annoy you the most? So maybe like collectible stuff, difficulty based stuff.
I know Peter doesn't like collectibles. I quite like collectibles
RNG
actually.
based stuff. Like,
I don't like collectibles that aren't tracked. I feel like you're asking for a lot from me if your collectibles aren't tracked.
You talking like in a menu that counts, or you mean like a trophy level?
A menu's good. I'm fine with a menu, or like on a map somewhere where it's like in this region you have X of this many.
Flags.
God of War.
Yeah,
Flags.
that's good. Flags have a lot. You're talking about Assassin's Creed flags.
I might be talking about flags. So
There's a lot of them. I mean, like multiplayer trophies don't bug me as much as they bug a lot of other people, unless it's like what we just talked about with like play
It's
a
a
billion
dead game,
matches.
yeah.
But like nowadays, like a lot of multiplayer trophies are just smaller. They're like experience the
Yeah.
multiplayer, so like that's fine. I like challenge runs, like I like speedrun trophies, and I like harder mode trophies. So like that's usually another one gets people. What don't I like? This one's stumping me.
I know what I don't like.
I don't like when you have to invest a lot of time in a side mode. So
Okay. It's like
think
Mercenaries and Resident Evil or something.
yeah. Or like I'm thinking right now Monster Hunter Iceborne with the stupid cat quests that is like not hunting monsters and it's like 40 hours.
It's a lot. There's a
kill
lot of
me.
cat. Yeah, you have to keep trading with the cats over and over again with for a chance of them to give you the tip. It's like, bruh, come the fuck on.
What about New Game Plus?
New Game Plus doesn't bother me. RNG bothers me.
That was my bit. I was gonna say RNG when it's not exactly random, but it feel like it should be a fixed thing, but it's not. There was an achievement in Halo Reach where you had to survive falling to your death by backstabbing someone, by assassinating them, and it never fucking popped.
Oh,
I think I tried it
yeah.
40 or 50 times.
Yeah, you have to have that one circumstance happen.
Yeah, even when so there's weird there's always achievements where it's like do this weirdly specific thing and you're like, okay, well there's obviously one place this is going to work. Or whenever it's the kind of achievement where there's a lot of them in TF2, which is why now I was looking at TF2 with Matt, intern Matt recently. We were looking at all the like super circumstantial achievements, like being a scout with his own ball. So another enemy scout has to have the bat. He has to hit the ball at you, miss. You have to not have a ball having recently hit yours, pick his up, and then hit him with it. Good fucking luck with that. I mean, I got it eventually. It took, I used to play that game like 2-3 hours a day. But holy fuck, those achievements are just like they feel really good when you get them, but that high dies down immediately because you're like next one. Because there's just the games that have those have like 15 super fucking specific bullshit achievements.
Like
Yeah.
Overwatch's trophy list. Yikes.
Yeah, like Overwatch's trophy list.
So when you grind, so we've all had like grind for trophies, like
Yep.
hours of just like doing either runs or like grinding for a collectible or like a drop or something. What do you do to combat that? Do you put on a show? Do you listen to some tunes?
Podcasts mostly.
Porn. No, 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 no. I don't put on porn.
Long YouTube videos, 2 hours or more.
I'm a big fan of long YouTube videos. I like a good video essay. I for a while there I watched I think when I was grinding. It might have been Monster Hunter. I watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I watched all 13 seasons in a row. And then I think the next time I had to grind, I started watching King of the Hill, which you'd think would be less, but it's somehow more.
I remember back when you lived out here, you were watching Star Trek Next Generation for something.
I was like my second or third watch through of that. So I'm watching Deep Space Nine now, but I don't have the Netflix login on my PC. I should do that. That would be fun. I should watch that while playing Chorus, while playing Chorbs.
Whoa,
that would be dope.
Deep Space Chorbs.
Deep Space Chorbs.
All right. So from before, what's your go-to trophy beverage?
Water.
Water.
I drink so much water.
Water for Bibble.
Water.
Water.
Sure. you can call it that.
100 proof water.
It's more like 28 proof. What? 14 proof water? It's like what is this? Like I think this is a 7.5% beer.
Water.
Sorry, it's water. It's water. No, I mean I already admitted on the podcast with Platinum Bro that I'm a big beer fan. I'm a big American bourbon whiskey fan. So.
And you kind of already answered this. Do multiplayer trophies ruin a game for you?
Yes and no.
It depends on how bad they are.
Yeah. It depends on if the game's active.
That too.
Yeah.
So most of the time, no.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who just like outright hates multiplayer trophies because they're multiplayer trophies. But there are some awful ones, and they can ruin a game.
There's some pretty bad ones. Can we go back to the drinking thing real quick? Because I have a fun story from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
So this is also grinding. So I was going for the LA Noire completion, and I was of age at the time before anybody in the comments starts freaking out. Or maybe I wasn't. No, I was. And it was like you had to drive in one of every car in the game, which included cars that don't have a fixed spawn. There probably was, but the community hadn't figured it out yet. So a lot of them were like, just load up this mission, do 10 minutes of the mission, and when you walk outside the crime scene, hope that car is there, and if it's not, reload and do it again. And I forget how many times I'd done it. I had like 8 cars left, and my brother comes in, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this grind fucking sucks, man. And he had a bottle of like Bacardi rum in his hand, and he looked at me, and then he looked at the bottle, and he's like, every time you get a car, want to do a shot? And I was like, okay. And then like 2 hours later, I was passed out on the floor.
There you go.
But I got all the cars in LA Noire. Fuck that game. That was fun.
Golf.
That's the first time I ever did like, yeah, I was gonna bring that up. The first time I ever did like shots as a reason to stomach a really horrible grind in a game. JB was playing Power Star Golf, and what was it? Can you do that? What was that?
There's like challenges, and I had like 5 or 6 left, and I was like, dude, these are gonna take me like an hour a piece. So every time I get one, we just did a shot of something, and I got all. I think it was
Jaeger.
Yeah, I got all 6 in like 45 minutes. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, they were like, it was supposed to be like do a full 8-hole course, like eagling every hole or some insane bullshit. And granted, it's a golf game with superpowers, but it was like. He was like, there's like maybe a 1 in 5 chance I get it on each hole, and I have to do it on all 8 in a row. This is going to take an hour on just this first try. Next challenge is something similar. It's like, all the wind is like 5 times as strong. I have to hit, like 45 degrees to the north, and then also get 2 hole in one first try. And he was like, hey man, I'm sorry. And I was like, you just keep hitting the golf balls, JB. We're going to get through this. That was great. That was back in the Blitzkrieg days. Where JB would come over for a week and we would do nothing but like just get trophies, and my wife would try to kick everybody out of the house.
Just go outside for 5 minutes.
No, I will not touch grass. I refuse.
Hey everybody, future editing Peter here. This one got away from us a little bit. It's way longer than we initially planned. So we're going to cut it here, and next Biweekly Breakdown, we'll continue the Fireside chat. See you there.